Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Paintastic Arts. So I was in Paris and being an artist, I definitely had to visit the Louvre Museum. So in today's video, I am going to take you guys on a Louvre Museum tour. So before you start, please remember to pick up a free map as you enter. So this museum is super massive and the collections are displayed on 5 levels interconnecting 3 wings. There are approximately 5 lakh objects and around 35,000 work of art. So knowing this and knowing that I had a very short stay in Paris, I wanted to get through some important parts of Louvre Museum as quickly as possible. So I booked this tour on Get Your Guide. It was the skip the line Louvre ticket with the host for Mona Lisa. So you can enter for free, but it is advised that you pre-book on their website and even select the time slot. So Louvre was once a fortress, which means a castle that is not very easy to attack. That was in the 12th century, and later on it became a royal residence in 1364. And in 1791, during the French Revolution, it was decided that Louvre should become Museum of Arts. That's how Louvre became the museum of beautiful artworks across the world. So as we walk from 0 level to level 1, we can see numerous Greek statues. Here is where we cover our first masterpiece, which is very famous, known the Winged Victory of Samothrace. One interesting fact over here is that the Winged Victory of Samothrace is also known as Nike, and athletes who wanted to win worshipped her. And it's so fascinating how the famous shoe company got its name from. We further entered a very beautiful room known as Galerie the Pollen. This was on our way to the Mona Lisa painting. We were so mesmerized by this room that we planned to come back after the Mona Lisa stopover. And then we entered the room that had Mona Lisa, and trust me, the room was filled with hundreds of people already. And not just Mona Lisa, but all the other paintings in the room were equally beautiful. Especially the one opposite to Mona Lisa, the painting called Veronice's Monumental Wedding Feast in Cana, and it was also one of the largest paintings in the Louvre. The interesting fact how Mona Lisa came to Louvre was that the King Francois I invited Leonardo da Vinci to France and he bought the painting for him in 1518. Over 6 billion people visit Mona Lisa every year in the Louvre. Then we moved to another section which had numerous French paintings, and from there I came back again to the iconic room Galerie the Pollen. The decor of this room revolves around the movement of the sun and the movement of space and time. It is also said that the construction of the room took about 200 years. This section is filled with beautiful jewelry, diamonds and crowns. So it is a home to the royal collection of heartstone vessels and the French crown jewels. This is also one of the most beautiful parts of the Louvre Museum, and you definitely should not miss it. We even visited some setups of various other rooms, which were also the rooms of kings and queens of France. It was also quite interesting. Then we moved to another section which was filled with shields, armors and war hats. It was beautifully carved in gold. The details on these were quite intricate and it was very beautiful to see. After visiting this section, we wanted to take a quick break in between, and we had heard about this cafe called Angelina, which is inside the Louvre, and I definitely wanted to drink their hot chocolate and eggs avocado benedict. It was definitely a delicious breakfast for us. After our quick break, we went to the other rooms which were filled with paintings. I wanted to concentrate more on paintings in Louvre at this visit. I really loved the golden framing of most of the paintings in the Louvre, and it was as beautiful as the painting. It was definitely an eye-catcher for me. There were so many beautiful and intricate paintings and so less time to cover all of them that in this moment I knew I had to come and visit once again. But I did have some time to check on the Egyptian antique, and one of them over here is called the seated script, which is quite famous. And on the same floor there were numerous Greek and Roman antiques. In addition to these unmissable masterpieces like Mona Lisa, Victory of Samothrace, and so on, the Louvre hosts some extraordinary marvels. This beautiful area called Cour Puget and Cour Marly, the horses of Marly being one of the famous statues over here. This was one of my favorite places in the Louvre, and you definitely should not miss this area. So this is what all I covered in my half-day tour, and I hope this helps you too to cover some important areas that are really unmissable on your first visit to the Louvre Museum. It is obviously one of the largest museums in the world, and you would need several days to cover each and every work of art. For me, it was a lovely experience, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video equally, even learned a lot about the museum and know what to expect when you plan your tour. If you have any questions, do let me know in the comment section below. Also, if you are new to this channel, please subscribe to Paintastic Arts and give this video a like if you found it helpful or you just enjoyed watching this virtual tour with me. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.